All right, you guys, I hope you had a really good weekend. We're off to a week. We're headed to the end of May. Crazy. So things coming up today, new Energize. Triple Berry comes out today. So excited for that. We've got salted caramel Shakeology coming next month, which is awesome. So just lots of really great things. We're doing our 3-day refresh group after Memorial Day. So if you want to get involved with that, make sure you got to get your kit ordered like ASAP. So we'll just kind of see how that goes as far as shipping with COVID, but things have just been delayed, as you guys all know, and have been waiting for all of your amazing products. So if you want to get involved with that, let me know right away. If you have a Shakeology order coming, it's just like a no-brainer because it's only $10. So, but I think that's just going to be such a great way for us to kick off the summer. Like I said, I mean, it's a great for a jump start to your weight loss, or to just kind of get yourself back in that rhythm of healthier eating or reducing your processed food sugars. But for me, it's just so restorative, just knowing you're taking 3 days just to work on you. And I really, really love it. So take advantage of that and do that with us. I think that'll be really fun. So welcome to today, all of everybody doing first 30. So we officially kick off our prep today. Be in the group every day. Molly, what do you think? Just kind of speaking experience with the challenge group. How do you get the most from these groups?
As long as you're commenting and posting, I feel like you feel more accountable when you're on there, encouraging other people, logging your shakes, logging your workout. Because the days when I don't log workouts because I'm not working out, I'm like, I'm not really in the group today, but it makes me want to work out when I do get to log something. I'm seeing what other people are doing.
Yeah, awesome. So, and that's what it's there for, is to really help you to be better engaged for you. But the more you do that, for yourself as well as for others in the group, because one of our needs as humans is to affect others, right? To serve others, to help others. So I always tell people, don't just be in there and post your workout and exit immediately. Take that 1 minute to just or comment is even better on 3 other people's posts, right? Just give them a high five. I love all the emojis in the bod groups. It's fun. You can choose so many different ways to encourage people, but give them a high five, leave a quick comment, because not only is that going to be good for them, and you love that when people do that for you too, but that's just going to be really good to how you're going to approach your day, your life, right? Your journey in this from a more positive perspective. So when we're hiding away from that, we feel guilt, we feel shame, we feel like we don't belong. And there's nobody that can help us with that belonging except us, right? So you guys, if you haven't been using the groups as much, get in there. Just change that. It's up to you. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're changing that. You're getting in there every day. If it's not that you did what you wanted to that day, commit to what you were going to do the next day and show up to get that much better, because that's when the growth happens, is over that next day. So have fun with that though, because I love all the women in our groups right now. It's awesome. So, and the Become Better Bootcamp it's just going to be fun to see over this year how we change, right? And this has been a tough year. This has been a crazy year. So I just think there's so many things that we can show up and do for ourselves during this time when it's different, when it's, we get this opportunity to be different, to show up different for us. So use that. Okay, so this week, so we talked a lot about mindset last week, really worked on that. I love that. We've got to have that growth mindset. We've got to approach things the right way. We're going to build on that as we kind of talk about nutrition. From the weekly check-ins and talking to you guys throughout the week, it's, a lot of it's, some days I have motivation, some days I don't. Some days I make great choices, some days I don't. And I want you guys to know, that's part of the journey, one, to learn, because we're trying to make changes to the behaviors that we've tied to gratification for a long, long time, right? And that's going to take effort. and it's going to take time. But there's one thing that will really, really drive that more than anything, right? Because when we look at self-sabotage, when we look at what our choices are, the only thing that is right here, right? In our minds, what we choose, the thoughts that we have all the time. So we've constantly got to be working on those thoughts. And there's a foundation for where those thoughts come to either help us to grow or to push us back into that comfort zone to stay the same. And that's our why. And, when it comes to like determining why we want to make changes, I want you guys to know, like, that's going to change throughout your journey, right? When I first started and decided, okay, it was time, I need to get healthy, I was like, I need to do this for my kids. I want to be a good example. I want them to see like a parent who has energy, who goes out and plays with them rather than pushes them off or says, let's watch TV, or, because there were so many days that I just felt like I can't get off this couch. I'm so tired. I can't get off this couch. And so that was a big driver for me. But as I continued to move forward with that, like it wasn't enough, right? Like it was still a good purpose, but it wasn't enough for me to push past that next plateau. It wasn't enough for me to push to that next level. I needed to realign that. So as I kind of kept peeling back the layers of that why, why I wanted to do that for my kids is, turn into, that I wanted to feel confident in what I was wearing and how I was showing up every day. And honestly, at the end of that, like I wanted to make myself proud. Like I just wanted to know that I could choose the things that I wanted to, that I was in control, that I was capable of becoming this vision of what I had for my health, for, my family, for the things that I was doing. So, if we don't have that driving force and you go into the office and there's donuts there and you're like, well, that looks good and everyone else is having it, so why shouldn't I? And those are the thoughts going through your head. Like you haven't tied this to a good enough purpose, right? When that happens, like you're seeing this as like restrictive, a prison, right? Like just all of the bad things that are happening. So I was listening to a podcast, I don't know, sometime last week, but I really loved how she kind of defined how we need to be looking at our journey. And she said, you need to define where you're going like it's Hawaii, right? Not like it's jail, not like it's prison, not like it's like this dark alley place, that you have to go to lose weight or, to get better health. But like, you have to look at this like it's Hawaii, right? Every day be excited about this journey and how you're getting stronger and how you're looking at those non-scale victories, right? When we see that in our mind, like it's really easy to make those decisions that we want to, that help us to feel better, that help us to be stronger, that help us to shape our bodies the way that we want to. So I really want you guys to think about that. And I want you to dig into your Bootcamp Bible this week, right? I want you, one, to either commit or recommit to your contract, right? If you haven't had that out for a while, pull that out, right? There's commitments on there that you either made or you need to make so that you can show up strong for this every single day. So I want you to pull that out. And then the second page on that is your why, right? Is your why. So I need you to dig deep and define your why like you're going to Hawaii. I want you to be so excited about this why that you want to show up for your best self every day. That when you struggle or when an opportunity that has been hard for you in the past presents itself, that you can pause for that second and say, this isn't how I'm showing up again, right? Because that is what is going to really drive that. And on Thursday night, we're going to have a group call, everybody, team, and we're going to talk about self-sabotage, because I think that is an area where, again, we just see so much struggle. But I want you to know at the bottom of that, we're going to talk about this, and I want you guys to have your whys written. I want you to have that and be excited to share your Hawaii, right? And I know that that will help you to look at this journey as a positive experience, as the things you get to add into your life rather than the things that are you're depriving, that you're not getting to choose, that you're not having, right? Because it's never about the food. I promise you, you can have pizza and lose weight. I promise you, you can. So, but it's when we put ourselves in that spiral and, you know, it kind of numbs us from feeling excited about making those good choices, that we can't overcome that, right? And it keeps us stuck. So whether you're yo-yoing up and down, or you're just at this plateau, or this point you always get to and can't get through, that's why you got to dig deep. So I'm going to dig deep. I know that I've kind of been at that place of kind of plateau, and it's like, why? You know, why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep staying here instead of elevating here? So this is going to be exciting as we go through this together. All right, questions? You got your action item? Live in this, you guys. There's so much good things, but it doesn't help you to have this unless you use it. So pull it out. This is something, there's things in here you can use daily, weekly, monthly, right? Like schedule time to go through your reflection. Use those journal prompts as something to help you start your day so good, and thinking about where you want your future to be, and have fun with those goals, right? On those pages I put, get messy, right? There's no right or wrong. There shouldn't be a specific path that you have to go. Like, it should be whatever you want it to be. So just throw all of that out there on that page, and I promise you the right things for you to work on now will manifest. Will just be like it's bolded 3D in front of you, and you'll say, that's it. That's what I need in my life right now, and you'll go get it. Questions, things you guys need, things you want to talk about this week in the groups. All right. Be Better Bootcamp, we're talking all about nutrition and some tips and stuff there. So I encourage you to share recipes this week. Share recipes, share your food guides, share what you're doing, so that we can all kind of gain from that too. And just make sure you're planned. Everybody, that commitment to have a realistic plan to start the day. Again, that realistic plan is there, and well, I'll talk about this more on Thursday, but there's so much purpose in knowing where you're going to go every single day. So don't wait and write after you eat your food. Like, you take this journal out and you write down what you're going to eat today, realistically, right? And if that's 2 cheeseburgers at McDonald's, because you know that's where you're headed today, like, you got to write that down, right? Because when you write that down, it's conscious in your mind, and then you can start making those better choices rather than letting the choice dictate you, you know, that mood dictate you, right? You'll find yourself getting stronger, but you've got to start by writing that realistic plan, and it'll get stronger and stronger over time. So I'm excited. We'll talk about that Thursday a little bit more, but use your tools, use your tools. No one can help you to do that. You got to just do it. So, all right. Have a good day, you guys. Happy Monday. Hillary, good to see you on. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.